So we're here again. But first, I need to acknowledge, the people who've journeyed from abroad. We've got my good brother, Shegun, who came from Nigeria, particularly for this. And we've got Ngozi, who has also come from Nigeria. And we've got some other people coming later on today who have actually traveled for this occasion. So I need to thank you and thank all of you for making the effort to share this second anniversary of ACSIS today. So, we gather with a simple conviction. Our future is not something that happens to us. It's something we build. Deliberately, together, and at pace. And yes, I said together. And I know, getting Africans and Caribbeans to work together can feel like organizing a WhatsApp group with 3,000 unused messages, 4 chairpersons, and a calendar invite that says starts at 10, but really means starts at 11:30. So, we are a family. We argue about the essentials, like whether Afrobeats or reggae is the official soundtrack. And if the jollof comes with pepper pot, or the pepper pot comes with jollof. But at the end of the day, once we lock things in, we move mountains together. Over the last year, ACSIS moved from promise to proof. We launched the Exchange webinar series and delivered 10 editions, turning insight into practical tools. We brokered a $9 million agrivoltaic investment between a German investor and Guyanese project developers for a soybean venture, clean energy and agriculture on the same land. Productivity multiplied. We convened the first ACSIS World Reparations Conference, which we launched at the House of Lords last September, shifting the conversation from history along the reparative finance and policy. And we established the ACSIS Deal Room, which will take effect tomorrow, a curated pathway matching bankable projects with qualified capital and post-event follow-through. Not a talk shop, but a workbench. Today we add another building block. Please join me in welcoming our new Deputy Chair, Mr. Derek Kobiner. That's the gentleman with the beard. An experienced trade and investment leader, Derek brings operational discipline, diaspora reach, and a talent for getting things done, even when the spreadsheet says no. He's also promised to reduce our meetings that should have been emails. To our partners, the African Union family, ACSIS, Caribbean Export, the CARICOM Development Fund, Afrexim Bank, our diplomatic missions, chambers, and private sector allies, thank you. Your confidence and your honesty keep us focused on outcomes, not optics. So where are and why the moment is tricky and terrific? We live in a world of opportunity wrapped in turbulence. Opportunities. Diaspora capital looking for credible, impact-aligned deals. Climate finance rewarding resilient grids, water systems, and nature-positive projects. Digital trade and creative industries stitching our markets together in real time. And a youthful continent and a resilient Caribbean hungry for skills, platforms, and investment. Threats, FX swings and high borrowing costs, climate shocks that can erase a decade of gains in one rainy season, The previous speaker alluded to that. Fragmented markets, slow permits, shallow pipelines. A trust deficit. Promoters worry investors won't show. Investors worry projects won't deliver. And then there's what I call the Donald Trump effect. I'm sure most of you know who that character is. Regardless of who is sitting in the White House at any moment, Washington's policy mood music can change key and tempo overnight. The volatility can feel like trying to dance soca to a suddenly slowed down ballad. But here's the upside. It pushes us to build intra-global Africa resilience, our own supply chains, our own standards, our own risk-sharing tools, so we're less exposed to someone else's tweet. External noise becomes internal discipline. ACSIS exists to close those gaps. Standards that build trust, partnerships that unlock risk, and a deal room that replaces guesswork with due process. The ACSIS method: policy, projects, performance. Policy alignment. We bring together the people who can remove friction: permits, standards, guarantees, market access. Ministers, DFIs, and private capital in one conversation, not 12 separate emails. Project preparation. We help promoters speak the language of capital, clear asks, use of proceeds, governance, and ESG baselines. The exchange toolkits are designed to demystify diligence, and the translation here is fewer 70 slide decks with size 8 fonts. Performance culture. We measure what matters: capital mobilized, jobs created, women and youth included, and we report it. Trust is built on numbers, not slogans. What's new this year? The deal room with teeth. The ACSIS deal room is now a curated marketplace. Timed pitches and moderated Q&A by sector: energy and climate, agri-food, digital, fintech, creative and tourism, health, infrastructure. Pre-scheduled one-to-one matched to mandate and ticket size. Post-event data room, handoffs, and a light touch investment triage, so promising deals don't die in someone's inbox. A 90-day follow-up cadence aimed at moving opportunities to term sheets. Promoters, be concise, be clear, be candid. Investors, tell us your mandate and timeline. We'll match you and track outcomes. 2026, from momentum to multiplication. We're setting public measurable targets. Pipeline, $10 million plus in qualified projects entering the 2026 deal room. So when you come back next, well, actually, you're not coming back here next year. When the deal room for 2026 is announced, in the country where it will be hosted, those of you who are interested to follow us will get the updates on what the size of those projects will look like. Partnerships, 8 to 10 strategic MOUs with IPAs, chambers, DFIs, insurers, and platforms that reduce risk and speed execution. No pressure, Deputy, because this is you. Inclusion, concrete gender and youth targets across all cohorts, a minimum 40% women-led or youth-led participation in separated programs. Transparency, a quarterly impact dashboard showing capital progress, jobs, inclusion, and climate outcomes. And we will take access to the people in 2026. We'll begin a multi-country series starting with Ghana, then to the Caribbean and other diaspora hubs, Bridgetown, Kingston, Port of Spain, Lagos, London, Toronto, and New York. No more bridge as metaphor. We'll turn it into a flight plan. Yes, we'll still argue about who has the best carnival. Friendly competition fuels excellence. A mission bigger than an annual summit. By 2027, ACSIS aims to be financially self-sufficient. Diversified revenues from memberships, delivery-tied sponsorships, readiness clinics, and institutional partnerships, so we serve you better and longer. We're also building pathways for African Caribbean startups to access funding through ACSIS-sponsored programs. An ACSIS Readiness Fund concept for small grants, tidy up governance, legal, and ESG so projects qualify for capital. A diaspora co-invest window targeting 250,000 to 5 million US in tickets, blending commercial and catalytic capital. A nature-positive and creative growth track pairing conversation and culture with investable models. A standardized ESG or impact baseline aligned with IFC, SDGs, lightweight, practical, investor-friendly. Meeting the threats head-on. FX and cost capital will help structure risk-sharing facilities and guarantees with partners. Permits and policy friction, we'll propose fast lanes for ACSIS-vetted projects with clear timelines. Fragmented markets, we'll support mutual recognition of standards and digital trade tools so SMEs can sell across borders. Trust deficit, we'll publish the dashboard, wins and misses, so the ecosystem learns faster. If we stumble, we'll say so, then we'll fix it. The human engine. None of this happens without people. To our volunteers, speakers, promoters who did the hard work to be investor ready, thank you. To the elders who carried this long before hashtags, we see you. To those we've lost, whose shoulders we stand on, we honor you. And to my Africans and Caribbean folk who love to debate, remember, we can disagree at 2 p.m. and still close the deal at 4 p.m. That's not dysfunction, it's how family builds. A personal word. This year brought loads of setbacks, disappointments, and the like. Some partners offered platforms, not always checks, yet we pressed on because this work matters to families, to communities, to national futures. ACSIS will keep showing up with humility, with courage, with discipline, and with a little humor, because a laugh can carry a heavy load. A call to action. Investors, ring-fence a slice of your mandate for first-time and underrepresented promoters. Tell us the one obstacle that we must remove to get you to say yes. Project developers, show your numbers, your governance, your risk plan. Ask for what you truly need. Let's design the path to it. Public leaders and IPAs, align permits, publish timelines, and standardize templates. Nothing signals seriousness like predictability. Chambers and partners, Bring your members into the exchange webinar and clinics. Let's standardize readiness so due diligence is faster and fairer. Diaspora networks, don't just cheer, co-create. Syndicate a deal, underwrite a training, sponsor a pilot. If not us, who? If not now, when? We have 48 hours together. Use them well. A corridor conversation can become a joint venture. A Q&A challenge can become a policy reform. A D-room meeting can become a term sheet. And a term sheet becomes jobs and resilience for people who deserve both. Our theme is simple: empowering futures. That future isn't guaranteed, but it is achievable if we align ambition with execution, capital with credibility, and innovation with inclusive impact. On behalf of the ACSIS team, thank you for your time, your expertise, and your belief in what we do. Let's make these 2 days count, and let's meet again in Ghana in 2026 with a scoreboard that proves we did more than meet, we built. So may God bless our work, and may our work bless our people. Thank you.